21 HETP information session. If you don't know about the HETP, you're going to find out a lot of great information today. We have hundreds of alumni that have taken the HETP program. Last year, we had 2 cohorts, HETP and Latina Entrepreneurship Training Series, LETS, with a total of 85 alumni. I would argue that those 85 alumni join an alumni network that is worthy to an Ivy League education. I really believe that those networks and relationships that you build are what are going to propel your business. And often I have seen folks working together and really working together in the last 5 years to really advance their business. A little bit about the Chamber. We're the voice of 20,000. I keep on getting that number messed up. 120,000 Hispanic-owned businesses that call New Jersey home. They contribute $20 billion to the New Jersey economy. There was a recent study by a group called the Latino Collaborative that said the Latino GDP, the gross domestic product of Hispanics in this country, are $3 trillion. If we were a sovereign nation, you know what that would be? We'd be the 7th largest economy in the world. So listen to this great economy. I know we're in COVID. I know we've been struggling, but the Chamber has your back. We have helped over 300 businesses apply for PPP and EIDL loans, as well as New Jersey EDA grants. So please, this is important information. Share it with your friends. This is for businesses doing $50,000 a year. We had a company last year that did $18 million. So there's not a business that's too small, and there's not one too large to not learn new things and really pay it forward. So thank you to our sponsors, the Center for Hispanic Policy Research and Development, the Hudson County Economic Development Corporation, JP Morgan Chase, PNC, and Investors Bank. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce our chairman, Luis de la Hoz. Thank you, Luis, for all that you do.
Thank you, Carlos. Very happy to be here today. I can remember the days that we started the NJEDA in Trenton, the first class with like 25 students, and how difficult it was to attract talent to attend the class. And this year we expect to attract over 200 people to apply, and hopefully we'll be able to serve at least 50 students that need to cover at least 70% of the classes in order for them to graduate. Remember, entrepreneurship is the best way that we have as a community to overcome poverty. And it's really important for us. We have 5 times more chances to save money if we start a business versus if we find a job. And the Chamber is the answer for all the needs, or most of the needs, or small business owners. We are here to support you, to assist you. It's not only the economic support, it's also the moral support and the network that we can offer to you in order for you to overcome these challenges. And I want to introduce a very good friend of the Chamber and a very good friend of the community, Sara Peña. Sara is the director of the Hispanic Entrepreneur, is the director of the Center for Hispanic Policy and Research and Development at the Department of State. She has been a long-time supporter of the Chamber and all the activities in the community. Sara, thank you very much for your support. And thank you for being with us today.
And ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Information Center for Hispanic Entrepreneurship Training Program. On behalf of Governor Phil Murphy and the Secretary of State Tahisha Way, I would like to thank all of you for joining us this evening at the information session that will change your life forever. The center, also known as CHPRD, or La Oficina de Asuntos Hispanos, fue establecida en 1975 to address the needs of the growing Hispanic community. The office was mandated to provide funding for Hispanic initiatives such as this one. This year, we are proud to have awarded $2.1 million to organizations that provide programs and services that empower our communities throughout the Garden State. Special thanks to the outstanding team at the Statewide Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, led by some transformational leaders such as Luis de la Hoz and Carlos Medina. Over the years, this organization has diligently worked to provide financial literacy and business education to empower Hispanic small business owners throughout the state. The number of Hispanic entrepreneurs has grown substantially over the last 2 decades, and a big part of this growth has taken place here in New Jersey. El Centro de Asuntos Hispanos, or the Center for Hispanic Policy Research and Development, in partnership with the statewide Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, is committed to supporting the fast-growing Hispanic entrepreneur, as you are a key engine of the emerging economy, especially among Hispanic women and millennials. This program provides entrepreneur development services to Hispanic residents who have recently started a business and assistance to those looking to create a new business. Tonight, you will gain valuable information, and I hope that you will embark on this life-changing journey. You will meet others just like you who share a dream, an idea, while seeking guidance, support, or mentoring. And let me tell you, you are at the right place tonight. This virtual room is filled with knowledge, experience, and successful small and large business owners who I am sure would love to share their experience with all of you. We commend the Chamber on the great work they continue to do, but most importantly, the impact they have made in New Jersey, especially during such difficult times that we are living in today. If there is one takeaway from this global pandemic, it is how resilient we are as Latinos, but most importantly, finding those missed opportunities that we may otherwise have overlooked. I invite you all to take a moment and reflect on those challenges, and let's grow together, as my dear friend Carlos says, as a familia. Thank you for inviting me this evening, and we look forward to continuing our partnership well into the future. Thank you very much. Ha sido un gusto estar aquí con todos ustedes esta noche. Gracias.
Gracias, Sarah. You really are familia. Sometimes folks give me a hard time with that familia hashtag, that we overplay it, but I think that's really what sets us apart from a lot of other chambers, is we really love each other and support each other. And, you know, some of our superstars go above and beyond, you know, sharing, liking things on social media, but that really, especially Luis and I, that sometimes put in crazy hours, when we get those little notes and those testimonials, that really feeds our soul. So don't stop. We love it, and we love our familia. And from one Latina superstar to another, now we're going to have our first testimonial from Lisa Mateo. You've probably seen her on the news, and now she is has her own company, Lisa Mateo Media, and she's a workout guru with millions of followers, I think. So please check out her video testimonial.
My name is Lisa Mateo. I'm the owner of Lisa Mateo Media for public speaking and online personal training. And before the Let's program, I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how I could go about doing it, especially with COVID-19, when speaking engagements really stopped. So this course has told me how to develop a business plan. It's told me how I can take my business and create digital courses. But most of all, it's given me the confidence to know that I can do it.
Thank you. That was kind words from Lisa Mateo, and the female power that really is the engine that drives our chamber keeps on going. So now we're going to have Michelle Richardson. She's the executive director of the Hudson County Economic Development Corporation. And if I've told you the story before, you're going to have to bear with me and give me 30 more seconds. When we really did not receive, there was a year of off funding from the state of New Jersey, and the program was in dire straits. And it was Michelle, myself, and Junior Maldonado sitting at the Culinary Center at Hudson County, having some of the students buying food. And she said, we're not going to let this fail. We're going to figure it out and come up. So that's something that I honestly will never forget. And that's the definition of familia. So thank you, Michelle. And thank you for being with us today. And I hope you'll say a few words to the audience.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Carlos. As Carlos referenced, I serve as the executive director of the Hudson County Economic Development Corporation, We are a nonprofit economic development organization serving Hudson's 12 municipalities. We work with businesses of all sizes, and we operate in 4 program areas. Access to capital. We are so proud of the work that we've done in our access to capital pillar. Since the onset of the pandemic, we've put 0% loans on the street, totaling almost $500,000. Information was so important at the onset of the pandemic. All of us were doing our very best to get you timely information on all of the grant programs and loan programs that were available. That's our second area of work. Building wealth. In our communities, we talk a lot about the disparity of wealth, and our third program area is building wealth. And in that program area, the EDC is working with our partners. Everything is about partnership. The EDC is working with our partners to provide down payment assistance to first-time home buyers in Hudson County, ranging from $12,500 to $15,000. But our most impactful work is the work that we are doing with the Chamber, and that is the work in our education pillar. And you know, Carlos, I never tire of hearing the story of the first year of our work together. And I will tell you, Sarah, when I learned that you were funding this program, you know, over 6 years ago, from the moment we saw the framework of the program, we knew that was something that we wanted to bring to Hudson County. So for 6 years now, our county executive, Tom DeGeese, and the Hudson County Board of Chosen Freeholders, along with the EDC board, have supported the HETP program. It is important to us. The market is important to us. And the program has exceeded everyone's expectations from the outset. I've got to share with you just a couple of my personal thoughts in terms of what stands out about this program. Expert trainers and speakers. Your investment of time gets you access to the best in a range of subject areas, timely topics, and one-on-one coaching. The Chamber pivoted in a remarkable fashion with the onset of the pandemic. Not only did businesses get the promised curriculum, but they got so much more. The world was going so crazy. All of the businesses were turned upside down, and the participants in the HETP got one-on-one coaching that got them through a crisis. Finally, the networking. And all of us are going to talk about the incredible networking that facilitates the exploration of business-to-business sales opportunities and marketing with your cohort. So while you're learning, you're doing business. And, you know, if I sound excited, I am, because every year I get to do this. You're forming lasting relationships. And, you know, Carlos, when you and Luis and the Chamber team talk about familia, that is such an important idea. And it's really, really meaningful. And you are very, very consistent when it comes to making sure all of your businesses are connected and have opportunities for networking. I've had the pleasure of seeing businesses as they enter the program and then again at the end. The transformation is incredible. HETP gets you to that next step in your business beyond surviving. HETP graduates thrive. Thank you, Carlos, for the privilege of supporting the Chamber and the HETP program. And thanks to all of you in attendance this evening for your time. I encourage you to apply to the program. My best wishes for a safe and peaceful holiday. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Michelle. I'll mention about resiliency, and I know Sarah mentioned that word also. We had 85 graduates from the 2 cohorts, and I'm pretty sure the instructors could correct me if I'm wrong. None of those businesses have had to close shop. So when statistics are saying that 30% of New Jersey, New York businesses are closing shop, it's pretty amazing that we are seeing 0%. And I would say that 30, we're doing some research at a board level to put out a white paper. I don't think that applies to Hispanic businesses. I think our numbers are going to be stronger than that. But we could tell you out of the 85 entrepreneurs. Not one of them has had to close up shop, and some have expanded. Some have opened second restaurants. You know, it's a tough economy, but it's also an opportunity. So they could get better deals on leases. Landlords are hungry to sign longer-term leases and offer better terms. Our next testimonial is somebody that I met when she was working at New York Life, and she did a lot of good things with the chamber. She moved to California, and she struggled to find chambers that she felt had the same energy, the same familia that we had. So when she came back to Jersey and embarked on her entrepreneurial career, it was perfect that she became part of one of our cohorts, and that's Claudia Rojas from Books Made Easy.
Hello, my name is Claudia Rojas, and I'm the founder of Books Made Easy. I started working with the Chamber in 2012, and really what impressed me the most was their willingness to make our partnership be a complete win-win situation. They wanted to understand my business goals and how the Chamber could support and help me achieve them. So of course, when I decided to leave my corporate career and start my own business, one of my first phone calls was Carlos Medina and the Chamber, because I really wanted their guidance and support. And I joined the Chamber again a couple of days after that. And I'm truly honored to have this Chamber be my voice as a business owner. And I recommend any business that is looking for a growth and support network to join our Chamber family. With that said, I also want to say thank you to everyone in the Chamber that has made our journey possible. Keep up the amazing work you do, and know that we really, really appreciate you. So thank you.
Very kind words from Claudia. And now I have the honor, the privilege to introduce the backbone of our program, Reina Valenzuela and Tatiana Orozco, which are business owners, program managers, and coaches. They wear many hats, and they also have a game that they play with hats, but that's a surprise. We won't talk about that yet. But they're going to take you through some of the nuts and bolts of the program. So thank you, ladies. What you do is very much appreciated. And I hand it over, and I know it's in good hands.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me okay? Yes? Can you hear me okay? Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Carlos, for that introduction. And I'm Reina Valenzuela, co-founder of Starfish Global, head coach of the program. And I'm here today with Tatiana, my colleague and friend, Tatiana Orozco of Orozco Digital, program coach. And we're here to root for every one of you. We will be sharing more information about HTTP and LETS. And as you know, we're here to welcome you to this program as participants. But right now is an info session. We want to encourage you to apply. So first, I would like to start our presentation here. I would like to acknowledge the sponsors. And after hearing Sarah and Michelle speak, my heart warms up because I want to add that the HTTP could not be possible without their financial support. The fact that this is a free program to participants demonstrates that these organizations share with us the belief that where there is a strong business community, there's a strong local economy. That's why we're here. Could you pass the slide, please, to number 3? Thank you. Thank you. I know that this has been put to the test during this pandemic, but we're here today getting ready to take charge for 2021. Now, I guess now more than ever, you realize that we need to move forward together as a community. Next. Next. Thank you. I know that this chart you might have seen in the past. It depicts the growth of Hispanic-owned businesses in the USA. These are based on the Census Bureau economic survey that is done or was done on a schedule every 5 years. And we're looking at here, the chart shows the growth. Now, if you look at 2007, there were 2.26 million businesses compared to 2017. And in 2017, we had 4.37 million businesses in the USA. These are Hispanic-owned businesses, contributing $709 billion to the US economy. Next. Now, the trends, as you can see here, is equally strong in New Jersey, same growth patterns, almost doubling in a decade from 2017 to 2007 to 2017. We started off with 68,000 here in New Jersey. Hispanic-owned businesses grew almost double in the same decade to 118, and now we're surpassing 120,000 businesses, contributing to New Jersey $20 billion to this strong and beautiful state, the Garden State. So we're here today to see how we can make this even better, right? Next. So the Hispanic community needs our support, needs to be strengthened during this period of time that we're all facing. We're all weathering the same storm. And we are offering bilingual business education and individual mentorship to Hispanic businesses for free. We create opportunities for visibility and networking with the Hispanic community and beyond, because we know we cannot do it alone. We need to grow and explore different markets. We offer opportunities for connection with lending institutions and with government organizations, because we're looking for potential contracting opportunities. We know that's where we're lacking. So next, I want to take a moment to look at the outstanding results we have. And I want to take this special moment to acknowledge Valeria Alo, who has been director of this program for the past 3 years. She leads Alpha Quest Consulting and Abundancia Consciente. Because of her leadership and her vision, we have this strong program today that has grown incredibly thanks to her leadership and her dedication. So kudos to Valeria, wherever you are. I know you're out there. I hope you're listening. So these are the results we've seen in the past 6 years: 600% increase in applicants, 283% increase in class size in the past 6 years, 10% increase from just 1 year. This is from 2018 to 2019. Now, in 2020, of course, we had two groups. As Carlos mentioned, 85 people graduated. And a record high of 98% graduation rate. This really reflects the fact that what we offer is of value. It really adjusts to the needs of the participants. And we do this with our heart and with a strong belief that we can do it, and we can always do it better together. So here's some relevant stats from the 2020 cohort. 10 industries were represented. 9 counties in New Jersey were represented, mostly from Hudson County. 2 students came from all the way from New York to spend time with us here. And this cohort, the 2020 HETP, finished just before the pandemic. We had 62% female in the HETP program, 38% male, and 73% foreign-born entrepreneurs. 60 hours of classroom instruction, mostly held at the facilities of Hudson County. In Hudson County, so we had 40 plus workshops. It was it was an amazing group, and our last session was March 13th, and that's when we actually all went for what we thought was a 2-week quarantine, right? Remember that? Now, how is this possible? And I'm gonna let Tatiana take it over.
Okay, thank you, Reina. Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Good evening, familia. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about HETP success formula. We have real impact and results. And how do we do that? Well, the program has 4 pillars. and let me tell you about each of them. Our first one is we have a custom-built curriculum. Yes, it's a personalized curriculum for entrepreneurs. Our second pillar is community building. Again, this is how we thrive together as a familia. We team up to rise. Our third pillar is coaching and mentorship, one-on-one help for your business. And our fourth pillar is exposure and opportunities. So just take a look at all these 4 things you will be getting if you participate in our HETP program. It's easy to be successful with all of this help. So now let's go over each of the pillars. So the first one is our custom-built curriculum. Every business owner is teaching another business owner, and we're all together learning from each other. We design the curriculum based on what a business needs when they need to scale up. We have bilingual subject matter experts, also 40 different topics. Our topics are from A to C. Just name it: accounting, human resources, marketing, and what we mentioned before. We need to pivot, we need to go online, we will do sales funnels, e-commerce, marketplaces, keywords, SEO, optimization, everything a business owner needs at the moment to succeed and scale up. 60 hours of engaging content. This is where the fun starts. We have regular classes, but all these topics, we're not just there listening. We have videos, we do lending panels, we get together, mastermind exercises. It's different ways so we can be all engaged and having fun while we're learning. So we all do this through 17 weekly sessions. So now let's move to our second pillar, which is community building. Engaging activities for a supportive business community. So this is where Familia really gets fun, because as you can see in the picture, it's not a regular class. We're always trying to learn in different ways so we can engage, learn from each other, and there's different exercises. We do masterminds, group games, online activities, challenges, teamwork. From the community building, there's one thing that I love to witness is the strategic alliances. Seeing 2 small businesses get together and get a contract, seeing 2 businesses, instead of competing, teaming up and learning from each other or providing or outsourcing services, that's really amazing and very helpful. Not only that, right there, we gain new followers in our social media, and we get new people to engage and to learn from each other as entrepreneurs and business owners. This is the hat exercise. I'm a big fan, and Reina created this, and I love it because, well, obviously the picture is where before COVID, right? All these people in a room, that didn't happen this year, but we had so much fun, as you can see. It's like we're trying to tell them and teach them with this exercise that team building is a plus to scale up. We all start our businesses and it's our babies. We don't want to let go, but the only way is delegation. Building a team is going to help us. And how do we learn how to do that? It's not easy. So through this exercise, we know what are the hats that we want to wear, need to wear, and the ones that we need to delegate to other talents. So through this fun, colorful, and with friends, we learn and we keep that in our brain. So once we're working together and we know we need to delegate, we come back to this and we know what's best for us. So the hat exercise, so amazing, and has worked well for everyone. It was having fun. Don't worry, we pivoted to our community building exercises. We didn't let this stop us. Through Zoom, we did it, as you can see, and it was still fun and it was still very helpful. So now let's talk about our third pillar. So let's think about it. You go to a program and you have a personalized curriculum for entrepreneurs, and then you have a community that you can work together, learn from each other, and have fun. Then on top of that, our third pillar, coaching and mentorship. So what happens here is that everything you have learned throughout the classes and the curriculum, you implement it into your business. And how do we do that? First, you have a detailed individual assessment. We assess each business owner's need. And then we design a coaching engagement. That is how are we organizing and improving our coaching pillar so everyone has a roadmap on how to take their business to the next level. That engagement has multiple coaches assigned per student. So if a business owner needs help in accounting, HR, and marketing, you will be assigned different coaches to help you with these matters. And everything is personalized and fully customized to each business and student's needs. On top of that, we have an online platform. This is great because technology helps us all see together in one place. Each coach will know what business owner is learning, and we all can be aligned to help them succeed and get to the vision and reach the goals they want with their businesses. So that's with the coaching. Now let's talk about the fourth one. Our fourth pillar is exposure and opportunities. So the chamber pivoted not only HETP, also the events. We have virtual events, and hopefully we will have in-person events soon. I hope so. And we can all get together. But for now, let's do it virtual. So they will have exhibitor tables of all the major events. That's a great opportunity to, to practice your pitch, to speak to others, to network. We also have the Chamber's membership for 1 year. That's part of the program. Also, we have media exposure. They can be interviewed, radio stations, TV networks, go to different programs like Chamber Talks, Amigos de Univision, ¿Qué pasa New Jersey with Carlos Medina? So all of this is part of this package, this HETP formula for success, or 4 core pillars. So again, that's what gives us the real impact and results. So I invite you to join us in our program. So now, Reina, after this, we have a lot of success stories. Unfortunately, we can't share them all, but a few, I'm going to pass it on to you.
So thank you. That was amazing, Tatiana. Yay. You have already heard a couple of video testimonials, and you'll hear one more from our Let's graduates. Here we want to share 2 stories from the HETP program. Meet Alejandro Ferrer of Cavani Foods. Before HETP, he was doing a catering service, selling organic foods, and he was also doing farmers markets. And you could see his table and stand on the left-hand side of the slide here. This is Alejandro. This is Cavani Foods before HETP. Now jump to the right-hand side and you see Cavani Foods post HETP. And even in spite of the pandemic, Alejandro was able to fulfill his dream of opening up his brick and mortar a takeout shop. I mean, he is really now scaling up. He is still selling his meal plans. And this is what he was, one of the things that we learned with Alejandro, and I worked with him on his business plan, was that he was selling fresh and organic food. But his meals, his meal plans go beyond that. It was about customizing the meal plan to meet customers' needs, their dietary needs, the food allergies. He does prepare special meal plans to meet that specific need for the customer. So medical conditions that he's there. He prepares the meals that people need. So kudos to him for scaling up, for taking this pandemic and still opening up his place, his restaurant at 235 Grand Street in Jersey City. And he launched a new website and an app to order food. So all his meals and his meal plans can be ordered online. His sales just on the app doubled this year. So kudos to Alejandro, and I think he's in the chat. I've seen him a couple of comments from him on the Facebook chat. So thank you so much for being an inspiration, Alejandro. And I want to share one more. This is Ershad Samani, also from Jersey City. So Ershad, before HETP, he was doing his business's 360 site visit. He was doing virtual tours of wedding venues and other large establishments and other venues. And his main goal was focusing on wedding venues. So when HETP started, he was learning more about how to present his business and how to grow his business. But COVID-19 changed all of that, all his plans. So when the cancellations of the events and the wedding venues started, canceling events and things stopped happening, we had a few sessions, and we realized through coaching that he had so much. He had all the resources he needed to offer a different type of service. So he's doing right now, he's the one that developed the platform where we had our first a virtual expo. The chamber was his first client, and he's now doing bridal expos, not just for New Jersey, but other parts of the U.S. So he has changed his model, he's pivoted, he adjusted, and he's thriving. He has done more sales this year than he did last year. So this, in spite of the pandemic, and maybe because of it, he's now reaching a new audience, a new market, and he's growing. So congratulations to Ershad. We're very proud of you. And I think he might be in the chat as well, in the Facebook chat. So kudos to Ershad. So this is where we are. And now I want to talk a little bit about LETS, the Latina Entrepreneurship Training Program. This trailblazing program was held for the first time under unprecedented conditions. We had 2 sessions in person, the master classes, and then we had to jump into a Zoom, all Zoom, and then in the middle of a pandemic, having to pivot the entire curriculum, we had to adjust to the needs of the participants, of the economy at the moment. So we changed. Next. Okay. So the driving force of the program was really the growth of the Latina-owned businesses compared to other female groups. The growth rate was 18% in the past 5 years for other female groups. Now, for the Latina-owned businesses, we grew by 64% over the past 5 years. So look at this graphic and let that sink for a moment. Next. Next. Okay. So then we looked at the challenges we face as women in business, combine cultural and gender barriers. And we know that it's everywhere. But for us, it's tough. We have financial management needs, and we lack confidence and knowledge on how to manage some of these aspects of our businesses. We have increased barriers to funding, accessing capital. We run our businesses while we take care of our families. And we're not only taking care of our businesses, we're taking care also of our employees. It's part of our nature, but it's also part of who we are, nurturing and caring. We sometimes lack effective negotiation and conflict management skills. So we started looking at all the different needs that we have, and then we started to understand where the participants are, because it's not just about what we want them to learn or what we think they need, it's really what they need, and they tell us. So we run surveys throughout to ask, okay, where are you now? This is constantly during the pandemic, because we needed to know what the most pressing needs were. Next slide. So we had in 2020, 35 participants and 35 graduates. Then we had the 2 master classes in person, and then we went all, 8 weekly sessions via Zoom. We covered more than 30 topics, and the community building that took place was so important. These women are still like hermanas. So we call this familia, we call our hermanas. We are very strong. We have strong bonds, a very supportive network, and you'll hear that from the participants themselves. So I don't know when we're going to have this program, but we will. And we'll be sharing more information later on. Next slide, please. And let me tell you, this is the kinds of information that we put together for the curriculum this year. Scaling up, financial empowerment, building and managing teams, accessing capital, leadership and success, networking community, how to manage, how to use technology for our businesses, public speaking. So this is a great program. It's by invitation only, and we will be probably running it again this year later on. Let's get through HETP first. So next slide, please. Thank you. So this is how you get to the HETP program. Tatiana, you want to explain how we're doing it?
Sure. First of all, I just want to say how excited I've been seeing everyone's comments on the Facebook Live. And as you said, we're a group. We're always stay together. We help each other. And I appreciate all your comments and your likes. Thank you, everyone. And yes, please, save the date. Is very important. So to apply for the program, our deadline is December 31st, 2020. So don't apply before your New Year's Eve Zoom party. Just try to do it today. So all you have to do is go to www.shccnjetp.com. To make that easier is the statewide Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, New Jersey, ETP.com. Please look at the screen. They have the link so you can apply. Thank you. And also January 22nd, everyone will be notified via email if they will be part of the program or not. So just keep an eye for the email, the one that you use for the application. Classes start on February 5th until June 4th, 2021. So we will have 17 virtual classes every Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. via Zoom. For more information, please don't hesitate. Just give us a call at the 201-935, as you can see on screen, 0035. That's 201-935-0035, or just send us an email at the chamber@shccnj.org. So I look forward to having you. Don't forget these dates. Application until December 31st. You will get notified on January 22nd, and classes start on February 5th. So thank you very much. Good evening. I look forward to this program, and stay tuned for the Q&A.
Take charge!
This is our business strategy, connecting with the people that can wear all the hats. This is for the HETP program of the statewide Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. This is Reina Valenzuela, head coach for the program, and this is an amazing group of people we are helping in the program.
Take charge!
Ready to take charge! Yeah! I'm gonna throw my pen, and that's the clue for you guys. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, ladies. That was amazing. I did see one question come in asking if you had to be Hispanic American to apply and be part of the program. The answer is no. We have had non-Hispanics who have added a lot of value to the program. So submit. We will analyze it, and our team will look at it and see what jurisdiction you're from, the geography, what county, because we want it to be something that represents the state and represents the beautiful mosaic, the diversity, which is New Jersey. So certainly don't hesitate to apply. The more applications, the better. We want to field a real strong class. We're going to have a Zoom link. So let's try to do a little networking tonight. Again, I want to thank everybody, and there's going to be our third testimonial from Miss Yoshida from Yoshida Consulting. She was one of our students and also came back and paid it forward by being one of the public speaking coaches. She does an amazing job and has spoken across the country to very large audiences about public speaking. So please check out her testimonial.
My name is Minue Yoshida. I am an international public speaking coach. I am the founder of Yoshida Consulting and a participant of HETP and LETS. It's been amazing. This journey has really helped us understand where we are, where we're going, and what we need. Today I'm wearing a hat because in one of the sessions, we were learning about the different hats that we use as business owners. It was so eye-opening. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us. This experience was definitely life-changing. Can't wait to see what's next.